YouTube, what's up? Back again for another daily fishing video here on Andrew Upshaw Fishing. Guys, today we're going to talk about the westward expansion of Bassmaster. Yes, you heard that right. You know, I haven't been out west in quite some time, and they figured out a very unique way of how to do that. But hey, real fast though, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure y'all do that. It's in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Just hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you get notified every single time I post a video. So guys, you know, the one big comment that I've gotten on so many videos, especially when it comes to schedules and where Bassmaster is going to be, where MLF is going to be, where all these tournament trails are going to be, is when are we going to go back out west? Well, the good news is about 7 days ago, Bassmaster and One Bass announced that they have partnered together. One Bass Western Outdoor News have partnered together to make it to where you can qualify for the Bassmasters Classic by fishing the One Bass events. Now, it's in a kind of a unique way, and it's definitely something to take notice to. So, One Bass, I've actually fished quite a few of their events. I used to fish the U.S. Open quite often. Once they moved it from Lake Mead and moved it over to, I think it's Mojave, I haven't been able to go out there, and only because I've just been so busy the last couple of years, you know, with COVID and everything else going on, it was just kind of hard to get out there. But I have fished Clear Lake, I fished Lake Mead, and this year, the One Bass schedule includes Lake Shasta, and that's the end of January, early February, Clear Lake, you got Havasu, you got Mead again, and then you got the U.S. Open. Now, the significance of this entire thing is the fact that Bassmaster has, honestly, this is a genius move on their part. They're going to an established tournament trail with the One Bass, you know, series, and they're giving them the opportunity to come out east and fish the Bass Nation Championship. You know, at the Bass Nation Championship, 3 anglers will earn a berth to the 2026 Bassmasters Classic. Now, this is the way that they are actually inviting people to fish the Bass Nation National Championship. They're taking the top 5 in each individual regional event, and then they're taking the top 5 from Angler of the Year that particular year. So they're going to take, what, 25 anglers on the pro side, and they're going to take 25 of the AAA people as well. So, I mean, that's a big deal because not only are the pros benefiting, but the co-anglers are benefiting as well. I think that's really, really cool. You're able to go to this particular tournament, and it will be a lot of fun. Here's the part that I feel like a lot of people might have missed, and it was something I originally missed in the particular, you know, press release. To be eligible, each angler will be required to be a current member of One Bass and Bass Nation, which is kind of usual, but they will not currently competing on the 2024 Bassmaster Elite Series, MLF Bass Pro Tour, Tackle Warehouse Invitationals, or the National Professional Fishing League. So this is something that I think carries more significance than maybe anything else that they talked about. I can't tell you how many comments, how many messages I've gotten from anglers saying, man, I really wish these pros would stay out of our events. I really wish pros wouldn't fish this, or pros wouldn't fish that, or pros wouldn't be allowed to fish this, or whatever. Well, here is your chance. Here's your chance to go, yeah, you're going to compete against some, but they're not going to take those guys to this particular tournament. You're going to be competing against your everyday local that fishes the Bassmaster Opens, that fishes the Toyota Series, the BFLs, and things like that. And you're not going to have to compete against Bass Pro Tour guys. You're going to have to compete against Elite Series guys. That's big news. I mean, that's a really big deal that they're not going to take those guys to this particular tournament. Now, with that said, I actually, if I'm being honest, I almost just signed up and fished all the One Bass stuff out west and didn't even fish the Opens this year. Only because it's not that I don't think I can compete in the Opens, but I really love how the One Bass structure is. It might be one of the most fun tournament series that I've ever fished in my entire life. You fish 3 days, okay? Everybody fishes. The whole entire field fishes 3 days. You draw a new AAA angler or a co-angler every single day. and it's a shared weight event. So the angler in the back of the boat doesn't compete against you. You are a team for that particular day. So your best 5 fish with the guy in the back of the boat is your sack of fish that day. And the next day you draw a different person, but your weights carry over each and every day. I love the fact that they get to fish 3 days. I love fishing 3-day events. It's just something about getting to compete every single day and really making those fine-tuned adjustments. Because a lot of times, I can't tell you how many times, the second day of an event, I've really figured out how to catch them, but it's always by the end of the day. Or maybe you've got this one thing you're like, oh man, I think this really would work. After you finally spent a couple days out there, and that third day you go out there and bust them up. I love that feeling. And that's the one thing that One Bass does offer. You know, I actually got a text from Billy Egan. He's a tournament director for One Bass, and he's like, hey, did you see this press release? And I was like, yeah, I saw it, man. Congratulations. This is a really big deal. And he's super excited about it. I'm super excited about it. I'm probably, you know, I was looking at their schedule. I'm probably going to slide out to the Lake Havasu event. That's in May. It's like May 15 through 17. I've never been to Havasu. I've always wanted to go to Havasu. And so I think this is the perfect opportunity to slide out there and see what it's all about. Honestly, my goal every year is to go out there and fish at least one event because the fisheries are so diverse. You know, it really challenges you, especially these East Coast guys or, you know, myself being from Texas. You know, you go to a Havasu, a Lake Mead, a Clear Lake. You know, when I went up to Clear Lake, I mean, it was just such an unreal experience. And so, yeah, I'll probably head out to Havasu this year just for the fact that I love the diversity. I love being able to push my limits and try new things when it comes to the tournament side of things and to find fisheries that challenge literally everything that you know. You know, it's one thing when you go out east and you go to a lake that you've, you know, been to 2 or 3 times, 4 times, or go to a river, you know, whatever it may be. But when you go to a new body of water that's in a completely different state that you might not have ever even traveled to, that is so much fun. Now, granted, I have been to all of these states, but the fact that I've never been to Havasu, never even laid eyes on that lake, is kind of surreal, and I can't wait to get out there. So, guys, Bass did it right this time. I will give kudos when kudos are due. They didn't go out there and start their own tournament trail and start something that they couldn't finish or couldn't, you know, make money or make a good impression with. You're partnering with a very good trail, one that has the numbers behind it, and giving them even more opportunity to come over to the bass side and make a name for themselves. I think this is a win-win for both organizations. You know, we talk about all the negativity that's going on these days, and this is something that's ultra positive. I think it's great for the industry. We need to celebrate things like this. This needs to be headline kind of stuff. And no, it's not going to get a ton of views on YouTube. And that's the harsh reality of it. If I was to come on here and say, One Bass is awful, I can't believe Bass did this, this is the worst thing that has ever been done, then maybe I'd get more views, but it's not the truth. The truth is, we needed to head out west, and Bassmaster figured out a way to head out west, and I think it's a great thing for the fishermen, the fishing tournament industry, and quite honestly, I can't wait to get out there. So guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I got another one coming tomorrow, and until next time, I'll see you on the water.